Welcome to Go Business, enterprise software that is smarter, quicker and different. In this session, we'll take you through the Go Startup module that allows new customers to quickly take up their information using copy and paste facilities such as from Excel spreadsheets. To access the Startup module, simply select Startup as the first option on your menu and click the right arrow. Here, you can see that Go Startup provides 3 steps to allow customers to bring up their new information. Step 1. Take up your lookup lists. Step 2. Enter your master file information. And Step 3. Enter the opening balances for things like your chart of accounts, customers, suppliers, items and journals. Let's return to Step 1. Step 1, Lookup Lists, has 5 options: payment terms, buying terms, countries, cities and currencies. Let's take a look at how you can enter the payment terms. Here you'll see the form is quite simple. There are simply 2 columns, a sequence and a terms. The information here can either be entered directly into this form or can be cut and pasted into this form via a spreadsheet. Same applies to buying terms, countries and currencies. You can see here it's a very simple process to take up your lookup lists. Having taken up the lookup lists, you would advance to Step 2, Master File Information. In this option, there are ways to enter companies, charts of accounts, employees, locations within each company, the customers, suppliers, the price lists of items supplied by suppliers, groups and classes that apply to items, master item descriptions, the items in each location, and the specific item units that may have serial numbers that belong to each item. Let's take a look at companies. In this form, you can see that companies has an array of information that includes names and addresses, company numbers and telephone numbers. Once the companies have been established here, you can close this form and proceed to look at the chart of accounts form. This form here provides for the general ledger account codes and descriptions and the type of GL account code. Employees provide things like the employee code, the name and their surname, and addresses as well. Companies can have multiple locations. For each company, a location can have its own description and a short name, address and so forth. There are also take-up facilities for customers, suppliers, the supplier items or their price lists, groups and classes for items, the master items and their descriptions, the items in each location, and item units that may have serialized numbers. Once having taken up all of your master file information, one can proceed to Step 3. In Step 3, what you need to do is read the instructions as to how to bring up opening balances for your charts of accounts, your customers' opening balances, your suppliers' opening balances, the inventory opening balances through stock taking facilities, and any other journal opening balances such as your balance sheet and profit and loss items. Let's now take a look at some of the special features of the Go Startup module. Let's use the chart of accounts form as a means of demonstrating how this is done through an Excel spreadsheet. In order to format the rows and columns of a blank Excel spreadsheet to that which is required to cut and paste information into this form, the first thing you do is you click this button here, which will copy all the column headings into the clipboard as this message shows. Let's close this message and bring up an Excel spreadsheet. Here we have an Excel spreadsheet into which we can press Ctrl V to paste the column headings that were once in the clipboard into the top 2 rows of the spreadsheet. Now the spreadsheet is properly formatted so that we can enter the particular columns of information, which can then be copied and pasted back into our take-up form. Here I have already prepared a sample of information that be copied and pasted back into this form. So all we do is we go to the bottom of the form, highlight the input column or row, and then we Control V and paste it back in. As you can see now, that information has been pasted back into our form, and that's as difficult as it gets to take up information using Go Startup. This now completes a session on how to use Go Startup to take up a brand new company's information. We'll close this application and return to our login form. Thank you for watching.